Okay, guys, let's talk about some insider information and real numbers, things that nobody talks about. What is a really good severance package when you're being laid off in Germany? So let's get right to it. If your company is asking you to sign a mutual termination agreement, a good severance package starts with factor 1.5, meaning 1.5 salaries per year of service. So if your salary per month is 10,000 euros, so it's 10,000 euros, my 1.5, my free, it's about 45,000 euros. It's brutal. So what happens after? It's basically you just get half of it most of the time, and then the next year you can claim some of it back by using I haven't done this yet, but a lot of people are getting a lot of this sum back in the next year's tax declaration. So the signing bonus is usually 3 months of extra pay or more, and you keep your notice period. And your notice period is usually 3 months. And you keep all the perks while you're still employed. You get some mental support sessions, outplacement service. So this is cool. Also, if you have a kid, you get a bonus. If you have a severe disability, you get a bonus. You get an extra amount of money if you were on a works council. So in the end, you can get a really good severance package. It doesn't happen that often. So it literally happens that a company wants you to sign a mutual termination agreement and they offer you nothing. So this is really not cool. In that case, I would strongly suggest you don't sign it, but negotiate better. But if you wanted to leave anyway, and the companies offer you something like 6 more months of pay, factor 1.5, and all the perks is a good deal because even if you are blocked from the unemployment benefits, which will most likely happen if you have a high severance pay and this kind of mutual termination agreement, you'll be fine because financially you are well covered. Now, let's talk about bad severance. And unfortunately, this is something that happens all the time. So a company wants you to sign a mutual termination agreement and they offer you either nothing or factor 0.5. So it's half a salary per year of service. And they cut your perks straight away. They give you no garden leave and you're only being paid until your notice period. So that happens all the time. And it's really not a great deal. Because again, if we assume your brutto salary is 10,000 euros, your 10 years, 3 years, severance pay is lump sum, going to be around 50,000 euros. So it's just 7 or 8,000 net to your bank account. And most likely, there is a possibility every time you sign a mutual termination agreement, you will be blocked from your benefits, meaning 3 months of paying your own insurance and everything. You get nothing. And on top of that, you pay your own health insurance. So this is really not a great way of laying a person off by making it look like they're leaving voluntarily, but then they're double screwed. So really, in that case, I usually advise to wait for a termination notice, not an agreement. This way you're safer and you will most likely not get a block on your unemployment benefits. Or like literally a minimal involvement of a lawyer will get you a somewhat decent severance package. So I hope it was helpful. There's one exception, obviously. So if your employer truly is broke, like the company doesn't have any money, and how the hell are they supposed to pay you a very good severance? And in Germany, severance is not automatic. You're not entitled to it. It's just what companies do for them compensating you losing your job. So if your employer truly is broke, and they can prove it, then it's okay. However, companies don't have to show you how they're doing. Usually they say, we don't have any money, and you kind of believe it. But without a very strong works council involvement, this is very hard to know whether your employer is doing as badly as they're saying they are so that they can lowball you and hardly pay you any severance at all. So obviously, this is all super nuanced. So I'm not saying that your number is going to be what I said it would be. Like it's very general. I'm just assuming Steuerklasse 1 and everybody's tax situation is different. So just so you know, these are not final numbers. You have to calculate them for your individual case. But I hope you get the idea. I hope it was helpful. When people come to me, I usually ask them first, what is it you want? Do you want to go hike for half a year, or do you want to build something of your own? And if people are really committed to building something of their own or going freelance, I always say fight for every €1,000, because each €1,000 is money that you can invest into learning, is money that you can invest in your personal brand, is money that you can use to prolong your runway while you build your things. So don't just fold. You have a lot of rights in this country, and good luck.